Nicoll-Klokstad goes himself and scores! To turn for the corner! Nicoll-Klokstad! Nicoll-Klokstad! Over he goes! It's a second try!
All right, welcome back to another episode of OneTake, the official podcast of the One New Zealand Warriors. Joined today by our fullback, centre, half, the Swiss Army knife, Charnze Nicoll-Klokstad. How are you, brother?
See you days, bro. Thanks for having me, man.
Did I get the last name right there? Was that a bit of a shout out to SJ if you watch League Lounge? If you know, you know. Did I nail it there?
Nailed it, bro. Nailed it.
Happy days. We're good. Obviously, tough result on the weekend, bro.
Yeah.
Conditions. I don't know if the TV did it justice because it looked wet through the television screen, but often when you're at a venue and you're out there on the paddock, it's 10 times worse. That looked pretty tough to play in.
It was tough, bro. It was pouring down. The heavens opened up, man,
Yeah.
and let loose. But yeah, not the result we wanted. There was a few things that went our way, but I think as a team, we need to be able to adapt on the run, even if it is a key player that we lost.
Yeah, just on that. Like, it's hard enough to lose any player, let alone someone from your spine early doors.
Yeah.
So we lost T, then we lost Lecker for a moment there. We lost Capes as well.
Yeah.
How big of an adjustment is that for the team? Because I can imagine you cover different scenarios during the week, but nothing can prepare you for that when it actually happens in a game.
Yeah, no, that's probably one scenario we probably didn't think about. We felt like we had all boxes covered, I reckon. Even when they come out and told me that I was changing to half, I was a bit like, what the?
Yeah.
But a bit of a shock. But yeah, we got to adapt and we got to adjust on the run. And I thought we did all right. I thought we did all right. I'm looking forward to seeing how we can adapt faster and adapt to the conditions or adapt to the pieces that we have around us and just take control of the game a lot better. We gave ourselves some good opportunities and we just need to have a bit more clarity in where we're going and whatnot when we lose someone like our half.
Yeah, it looked like a physical game, especially through the middle. Like Jacko Ford, those boys were putting in some massive shots. Do you think that was down to the weather? Dogs are also a physical side too, but it seemed like the middle in particular was really intense.
Yeah, the boys are really going after it, and that's all you want to see when you have your big boys right next to you is them front loading and really going after them with their defense. And I thought they did that. They did that, and I'm pretty sure I can see what's going to be coming up for review. It'll be around just our discipline, myself included. Needed to be a lot better, trying to go after them with our defense. We just got to be a little bit mindful with the ref and give ourselves an opportunity to get into the game.
You could tell the boys were up for it. It's a tough one to balance emotionally. Like you said, you want to get out there and make a statement, but if you're giving away like piggyback penalties, there's a fine line in the balance, right, between aggression and then just perhaps overcooking it a little bit.
Yeah, no, there is a fine balance. And again, if you just go back to my penalty, I was probably just a little bit over. I felt like I was onside, but you play to the ref's whistle, don't you? So, yeah, easy fixes, but we can't be saying that after a loss, and we'll be looking to regroup, refocus, and be a lot better this weekend.
We've touched already a little bit on some of the injuries, and the toll is mounting, but what that does as well is gives opportunities for guys to get a crack, and we saw Sam Healy score his first NRL try on the weekend too. Do you guys celebrate little things like that in amongst games? Because you got to pluck out the positives, don't you? And that's a pretty special moment for a young lad still starting what is going to be such a promising NRL career.
Yeah, he did a really good job coming on. I thought he brought something that's unique to him, and it's his running game, it's his flair, he got a little bit of Wade Egan about him, and for him to score his first NRL try, even though the result or the game wasn't with us or how we wanted to play, I felt like he would have really soaked up that moment and enjoyed it. So yeah, we love to celebrate those moments, and to celebrate someone like Healy will be pretty special.
The jersey was pretty sick too, and I rate how you guys get to wear it 2 weeks on the trot now, back at home this week on the Friday night. But can you touch a little bit on how special it was to wear that jersey? Because I could tell it meant a lot to a lot of the boys.
Yeah, it did, bro. Even just speaking about it now, it's got a lot of pride and mana about wanting to represent that jersey with your all, and it's representing like the light. That was the whole concept around the jersey, Te Ao Mārama, and it's about a new day, new beginning, seizing your opportunity, and we get that opportunity to go again this weekend in that jersey. So I believe his name is Jaden. He did a really good job designing the jersey, and with Dynasty bringing it all together and bringing it to life. It's something you can definitely be proud of as someone with Māori heritage.
Let's touch a little on your season so far, bro, because obviously your preferred position is fullback, but over the last 2 weeks, you've had to move around a little bit. How have you found playing in the centres? That's a position you've played a bit for the Kiwis, not so much for the Warriors, though.
Yeah, first couple of games at centre, and I was just saying to my wife, I've enjoyed the change. It's been good just because I get to contribute in different ways. There's a lot as a fullback. You can only really contribute, and defense isn't really one of them. I guess there's a lot in defensively as a fullback, numbers, splits, covering around the back, try savers. Those are things that you can contribute, but like on the weekend, you can sort of go after the opposite team or your opposite number a bit more and contribute in those ways. So yeah, it's been cool. I still feel like it's something that I'm adjusting to. Our systems are defensively is second to none. There's a lot that you need to know as a centre, and I'll hold the fort down while I can, and I'll keep giving my best to the jersey every time I put it on, and I'll just keep making sure that I just play the game that I want to play, and that's upbeat, that's reliable, high work ethic, all of those sort of things that I spoke about at the start of the year, and it's been cool.
You mentioned there's a lot that goes through your head as a centre defensively, and I don't think a lot of people realise just how complex defensive systems are. People see the end result where perhaps something didn't quite go well, but there's a lot of factors that go into it. At centre specifically, can you touch on like a couple things that in a split second you have to make decisions on that can like prove to be so costly, but there's a lot going through your head. There's a lot of factors, right?
Yeah, there is. It's sometimes your decision can already be made 2 players in. If they've got a opposite player running inside them, 2 players in, and they turn in to try and tackle them, and they go at the back of it's called like a block shape. It's like a ripple effect. All your decisions sort of have to be made around that one player, and there's a lot about without giving away too much of our defensive systems, but I believe Sean's touched on it a lot. It's not as easy as there's my centre right there. Your centre might come inside you, and then all of a sudden you've got the fullback coming around the back of him, or they might do like a double drop where 2 players go under him, and you've got to adjust. And if he shows the ball, there's so much that goes into to being in the front line, and I'd say it's probably a little bit not as on as you are at the back, but it's your decision is costly. That's what I would say about centre. There's a lot that happens, and in a split second, like you're saying, it's like you're making the right decision or you're not.
No, it looks crazy. Even just watching the replays, you're just like, man, how did they come up with that correct decision in that split second of time? Because it's the best of the best players, right? And everything happens so quickly, and they're literally going out there to try and make you make a mistake. So it can't be easy. You've been on the edge with Rog. Roger's been carving up over this last 5 weeks, man. And I saw he still topped the meter count in that game, and it was only 150. And I say only 150 because for him, that's like a mild week lately. The bro's been on a tear, eh?
Yeah, he has. He's been bringing that upbeat energy that I'm talking about. He's wanted to lead with his actions. He's shown the type of player that he is. He's an elite player, whatever position he's in. And man, as someone that used to watch him growing up, it's crazy to see the stuff that he does, and at an elite level and consistently as well. As he's second to none.
You mentioned his leadership, and I guess without Barney, without Wade, we've had Fish in and out a bit as well. Has that been something like the likes of you and him, Capes, have really tried to step up and kind of own that area? Because we're missing a few caps out there at the moment, right?
Yeah, we are. I think when you're in that situation, it's all about not going out of what you're doing well already. It's about buying in and doing all the things that you're doing well, better. So if if Roger's someone that's usually upbeat, has a high work ethic, a lot of chat, a lot of energy, that's something that he just doubles down on. And I think that's what you're talking about. That's what he's brought. The last 5 weeks, he's just been let loose, man, and he's just enjoying the occasion. You got boys like Cape stepping into captaincy, and again, he does all, I guess, the little things that people probably wouldn't see. And man, he's a dog, bro.
Yeah.
He's a dog. He just gets after it, and I've really enjoyed rubbing shoulders with him because as a player, as an athlete, as someone that gets put on the jersey with him, the Warriors jersey, you see and you appreciate his craft. So it's all about everyone collectively just doing their job better.
Yeah.
Doing all the things that they do better. And we do that collectively enough, the results should go our way.
Someone else who's a dog, bro, Erin Clark. I've loved watching him play this year, and it's been such a cool homecoming for him, and his football has been elite. What has he brought to the team both on and off the field?
It's again, it's his running game, but he's also really, he's got that whack in him in defense as well. He's done. I've been impressed with Erin because he's gone from coming off the bench at Gold Coast to running 60 minutes. He's in the start-on team every single week, and you can see he's always trying to develop his craft and always add layers to his game, and he's doing a really good job at it. The thing that he's trying to work real hard at is all the little things. So he's still doing the game or his job to an elite level, and he's just constantly trying to get better and better. So I feel like he's still got levels to his game that he's still trying to get, and it's an exciting period for him.
Dragons this week, bro, and there's no easy games in the NRL. I feel like everyone says that, but this season especially just shows that. You look at every weekend, there's multiple upsets. The ladder's changing like crazy all the time. They've gone back-to-back weeks now of upsets themselves. So it's a pretty big game this Friday night, isn't it?
Massive game, bro. Massive game. There is no easy game in the NRL. I mean, everyone's it's the toughest competition in the world, and everyone just wants to win. Everyone's a competitor. We're all here for a reason, and we got to make every game count. So we'll look at what we need to do tactically to get the edge over the team this weekend, but it'll be majority focused on what we can do as a whole, and that's where it starts for us. So we get that right, I'm sure we'll come away with the victory.
Short turnaround, bro. Do you think that can be a positive? It's like less time to sit in it. You just get excited for the opportunity to bounce back, right?
Yeah, no, it is. It's a good opportunity to bounce back. We're into review today, and then we're into our big session in 2 days, and then captain's run, and then we're on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it comes around fast. Comes around fast, and after a game like we had on the weekend, there's nothing more that you want to do than put the jersey back on and go out there and rewrite your wrong. So everyone will be pumped, I'm pretty sure, and fizzing.
Only 4 games left before finals, bro. We were talking about it before. 2 more home games this year. For us as fans, I feel like because the build-up to the start of the season is so long, and then you get to this stage and you're like, man, where's it gone? It feels like it's gone so fast. But for you guys as players, does it feel the same? Does it feel a little bit longer? Like, how's the body holding up?
Yeah, body's sore, bro. It's like I said, the toughest comp in the world, and it's turning up week in, week out. But I feel like these moments where you're like, man, this is a pretty long year, and then hello, you got 3 more games after this weekend. So it goes pretty quick, especially in our environment. You have schedules, and you have to be here at this time, and you've got games on Friday or Sunday or whatever it is. And yeah, I feel like just having something week in, week out, even the short turnarounds, we've had a few short turnarounds. There was times where, we were gone for like 8 weeks or something. That stuff makes the year fly by, and you're like, hello, it's August. So yeah, you gotta be mindful of that, because you really can't waste a day. You want to make sure, at the very least, you're leaving HQ, or you're walking out those doors 1% better. You do that over the course of the year, and that'll compound, and you'll be this version of yourself that you're working towards at the end of the year.
Friday night lights at Mount Smart this weekend. It just hits different, doesn't it? Like that home crowd, everyone packed out. You'll be wearing the jerseys again. It's going to be a pretty sick night.
Yeah, looking forward to it, bro. Our fans have been turning up every home game, bro. Even away, we had a fair fair turnout, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to going out and representing not just the Warriors club as a whole, our fans, but we get to represent everyone Indigenous, our Māori people, the people overseas, and the Aboriginals overseas, and we get to go again. We get to refocus, reset, and reset our intentions for this weekend. So it's exciting, bro. I'm pumped. Can't get too pumped. We're 4 days away still. So.
Yeah, no, fair.
It's exciting.
Cup side, minor premiers with 3 games up their sleeve. That's pretty cool to see, right? Because I know you guys spend a lot of time with them out on the training paddock. We've had players coming up and down all year, and you guys look like a really bond group between the 2 teams. But what a season they've had.
Yeah, what a season! What a season. We've had we have had the privilege of being able to prepare really well during the week because of our cup side, and they're enjoying the fruits of their labor, the fruits of the seeds that they sowed, and for them to be able to have the minor premiership with 3 games to go just speaks volumes to how they're tracking, their connection as a team, Tangs being able to rally them together, because I did a week or 2 in the reserve grade side on our main sessions, and it's tough, man. It's tough having to run shape that you don't run normally and then have to regroup a day later and then play the next day.
Yeah.
But the way that they've turned up, the way that they've made no excuses for their preparation, it's gone into them being minor premiers. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how they go, and can't wait for them to show everyone else what they're capable of.
One of those players who's gone up in the last couple of weeks and had a debut in our last home game against the Dolphins, Eddie. A lot of Warriors fans who watch closely will know a bit about him, but for those that perhaps don't watch a lot of cup footy, what can you tell us about Ed?
Who's gonna carry the boat? That's Eddie, bro. He's our David Goggins, bro.
Yeah,
man, he's just a workhorse. Hey, for someone so young, he's just you sort of want to say like a screw loose, and it's sort of just, bro, jogging everywhere. Him and a couple of the other young boys always trying to lead the fitness, like whatever they're doing, they're just doing it at 100%, and it's a real good habit to have. So I was really excited for Eddie to get his debut, because he's been knocking on the door for a while, and there's a few cup boys that are knocking on the door. So yeah, excited for them to get his debut, to achieve his dream. You know, we all start off on this journey of, you know, doing whatever it takes to get to where you are today, and I was happy that he was able to make that dream a reality.
This is a Warriors pod, but I do need to ask, because Kiwis was announced the other day as well, and I know that's a jersey you wear with a lot of pride, taking on Samoa and Tonga at the end of the year. The thought of a Tonga clash at Eden Park, that atmosphere is going to be crazy, but how exciting is that for you to potentially have that on the calendar at the back end of the season? Like, do you talk to Stacey about it? Are you constantly in his ear telling him how well you're playing at the moment and surely get a nod?
Yeah, no, I haven't spoken about anything Kiwis with Stacey. We've just been here grinding. It's all front-minded with the Warriors, and you know, there's stuff at the end of the year that you can get excited about, but we have a job to do here first day, and if I'm looking after my job, playing as best as I can, I'll get the rewards after being able to represent my country again. So yeah, it's exciting times for everyone that's a Kiwi supporter, and New Zealand Warriors in general. So yeah, I can't wait, but I can wait.
Yeah. Still plenty more Warriors footy to come, bro.
Still stoked to have our captain, bro.
Yeah.
Our captain representing the Warriors. He's been massive.
Massive, bro. Well, I appreciate you coming in earlier than intended on your Monday, bro. All the best for this week. Looking forward to watching the boys go out there against the Dragons on Friday night, and good luck for the rest of the season, bro.
Easy, bro. Thanks for having me.
My man.
Chachi.